Hi folks, welcome to the Goalie Lama's channel. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to demo a couple of my bushcraft items. My Gomboy 240 Silky saw. Look at the teeth on that guy. This thing hacks right through anything. It's a good performer. I'm having some fun with it out in the woods. Even though it is 95 degrees, feels like 125 here in Melbourne. And I'm going to also demonstrate my Holtzman Gorilla FireLine knife to do a little batoning to make a bushcraft mallet, kind of bushcraft. I'm not using a tree, I'm using a 2x4. I mean, part of bushcrafting is using what you got. And that's what I got. I got a little piece of 2x4 laying around the house, and I'm going to make one of these mallets with it. Yesterday I was working with some splintering off some kindling off a log, and I didn't want to whack my knife with a hammer. So I carved this out of a 2x4. I'm going to show you how to do that. This knife comes with a ferrocerium rod right here, so I can actually start a fire with it. If I can get it back in the hole with my shaky hands. And it's got a little striker too. So it's an all-in-one kind of knife. So I'll start with sawing off the end piece of the 2x4 that I want, and I've already started so you won't get too bored watching me saw. So here it goes. One thing about this saw, it cuts better on the push, so you don't really want to draw back too hard. Right through a 2x4. And here's my anti-theft device, St. Francis. I figure if I stick them up on my porch, it'll make the thieves think twice. This is a heavily Christian area. And I'm kind of working off this little block of wood here, because I don't really have a good workbench. If I go out in the woods, I work off of a felled log or something like that. So what I want to do is I want to turn this into this. My first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the initial cut to form a handle. So I'll get it up here for about is approximately where I want the handle to be. Then I'll saw into the 2x4 a couple inches. And then on the other side, approximately at the same spot, approximately the same depth. Of course, I landed right on a knot. right through that stuff. Kind of like, well, not quite like a hot knife going through butter. But you get the idea. You don't really have to put down a lot of pressure on it. And then I get the notches approximately where I want them. I'll go a little deeper on this one. Good. And I close it up so I don't kill myself. But you really gotta like those teeth. I mean, that thing is killer. So be careful if you get one of those. I'm going to take my knife. It's a good sized knife. It's made out of 1095 high carbon steel. Made a little lanyard on it so it won't slip out of my hand while I'm working with it. And I'm going to line it up approximately where I want the cut to be. And this is why I made this wooden mallet, because I didn't want to be banging on the knife with the metal hammer. Bang. Clipped it off nice and clean. Of course, there's a knot right there that got in the way, but that's okay. I'm going to do the other side. This one is a little chip that other one off of there. Oh, little thunder coming in. So I have the basic of the handle. And now I'm gonna just shave it down. Oh, look. Feather sticks. That's another skill you need if you're going to be making your own fires out here in the wilds of Melbourne. But this knife really holds an edge well. Now look at those feather sticks, not too bad. But I don't need them right now, so I'm just going to go all the way to the end. I got that damn knot there. It's going to require me to put a little more effort into it than I really wanted to for this video. But at any rate, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just shaving this handle down with the knife, so that it more or less forms a better kind of grip for me to use. And I'm going to come back up this way. And if I were outside and I was gonna be starting some kind of fire, I could use all these little curls that I'm making, gather them up and use them as tinder for a fire. That knot's killing me. But I think I'll just leave it. I mean, it's not the end of the world. What I want to do is kind of round this thing off a little bit so it fits my hand better without giving me splinters. And there I have it. I have a Bushcraft Mallet made out of a Home Depot 2x4. So I don't really know how bushcrafty that is, but it's about as bushcrafty as it's going to get, because I'm starting to sweat like there's no tomorrow, and there's some good thick thunderclouds moving in for our daily dose of tropical weather here in Melbourne, Florida. So if you like this video or you found it somewhat useful or entertaining, give my channel a subscribe and a like. It helps me get more visibility, and you'll help an elderly gentleman as he hurdles towards retirement. Happy camping.